3. You're watching our comic, Paul the Crew.
Nailed it, baby. Nailed it, man. Nailed it, brother. You see that?
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
We are back. We are back in this Comic Hall crew coming through live and uncut. We are here. It is I, Matt, and brother Al, aka Dusty Brick Brown, in the building. Brother, how you doing, my friend?
Man, under circumstance, man, I'm good. I can't complain, man. Thank God I'm still here, bro. How about yourself?
Likewise, man. Doing well, man. Doing well on a nice toasty fall day here.
That's right.
All right, man. I know that the masses. Hold on, before we even do that. Hold 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah, good.
All right. It is time. It has been a minute. It has been long time, but we're here. What you are waiting for, I have got it for you. And if I can find the drop, there we go.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
But my price is unreasonable. What?
Oh, there they go. There.
We in the building. Out of the gate. You must be out your damn mind. We back. Action Comics number 812, CGC 10. Michael Turner cover, 2004. So basically what they did was they got the most randomest Action Comics. And they decided, well, I'll get this graded. It came back at 10. And it was $10,000 for this.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Now, I will say this. Man, I love Michael Turner's work. Don't get me wrong, man. You know, he drew that Black Panther cover that you LK'd me a while back with Storm Up in the Sky. The man was an awesome, artist. Rest in peace to Michael Turner. But, man, this is a random book. And I just saw a note for Chris. Man, come on, man. Get on in him, man, if you can. But I'm pretty sure Chris, being an avid Superman fan, if he had the available resources to get this book, he probably wouldn't get this book. So, I mean, they try, but nah. I don't know why people are so enamored with the fact that you get a 10. I mean, cool. I mean, it's cool to have a 10 in terms of a graded comic book, but $10,000 for a 10? So you paying $1,000 for every point that particular book got, basically.
Yeah.
And they charge shipping on top of that, man, which is an egregious. That's an abomination, like you say.
I mean, bro. Because I hadn't really been buying a whole lot, so I've been able to step back and just look at a few things. And I question people's sanity when they pick the most obscurest book. This is obscure. This is 25 cents if I ever saw it in my life. Right here, 25 cent bill right here. And for somebody to get this book, get it graded, come back a 10. And then they feel like now all of a sudden this book is more important than the first appearance of Brainiac. This book is supposed to be more valuable than a high grade first appearance of Brainiac. That's why I say that the comic collecting is broke. It's broke. And this right here proves right here of what I'm talking about. What clown is sitting there? Somebody sitting at home right now taking the piss over this right here. Giving it the big large, $10,000 for this right here. Absolute scandalous that somebody would actually get the most random. Chris, what's going on? The most random 25
What up, Chris?
The most random 25 cent Action Comic and grade it and get a 10, and then I'm going to charge $10,000. That's all.
Hey, what you got to say, Chris? Go on and jump on in, bro.
don't get me wrong, man. Like, it's a good story. Superman on News 2. No, it ain't $10,000 worth of good. Not even with the Michael Turner cover and the art. He did the internal art and the covers for it. It's an amazing story, but it is not worth 10 grand. Not even a little bit. Like, you can get the trade paper and just read the whole thing. Like, or if you want, you can hunt it down, and you probably won't even break $25 actually, yeah, to get the entire run.
This ain't even worth $25.
Like, well, I say for the whole run, you might spend 25.
Okay, whole run. Okay, all right.
You got the whole story. You can probably spend 25.
I got you.
That's probably as good as it's gonna get, and that's what they should be at, because that is ridiculous.
Next up,
The hell is that?
Oh my God.
That the Tasmanian Devil as Wolverine.
Mac Toon Tasmanian Devil Homage trade. Magma Foil. Number 5 of 5. So I'm assuming that's only 5 books, but 9.9 with an unknown book.
Just
I have never heard of Mac Toon's Wolverine. No, bro.
You know, I could have for a second I thought that was the SWAT cats, because that was the only thing that made it interesting for that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is hogwash.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yep.
Certified hogwash.
Max Tunes. I've never even heard of Max Tunes.
$10,000. Another $10,000 book. Everybody want to, see this theme here of obscure books.
Why is 10,000 the new hot number? Is that the cost of leaving America? Is that what everybody's shooting for? They're like, screw the election. If I can get that 10 grand, I get my passport. I can get somewhere else.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, everything. 10 grand.
Because that's ridiculous.
So this is the theme of the night.
That's not.
G-Man.
Look at this.
It's a mini comic. It's not even the first. Like,
look, Chris.
It done been around. Somebody done ran through that book. That book been run through and read a couple times.
This book has been one of them freak offs.
Somebody carried it to did his party, man, when they wouldn't get big.
One of the freak offs. That's one of the freak off books. That's
what that is. That's the waiting room reading material.
$10,000 for this.
For a mini comic book that was exclusive to Best Buy.
Yep, the Xavier special. Best Buy edition. Look at that. Let's look at this.
And that ain't even the original book where they actually. And matter of fact,
now you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and matter of fact, let me cut y'all off. I saw that book at Fanboys earlier today. The original, right, they got the original one up there at Fanboys, and it wasn't nowhere near 10 grand, and it was probably in a better condition than that book.
You can go spend 10. Look, just add 2,000 to that and look what you can get.
Right. Why wouldn't you get that over that mini comic book? Like,
yeah, right.
Bro, you can go down the first run of Superman across the board and just get $10,000 to get you quite a few books.
Be way better off.
Yep, you'd be way better off.
I don't get it. And no, bro, come on, man.
Again with this?
Hey,
again with this?
You know they do this every election. They come out with these books, these political comic books, and they jack them up. All because the election season. Oh well, somebody's gonna buy this. They gotta go buy this, bro. First off, who's buying this out of the comic book store, and then going to get it graded?
You know what? Though?
What's that?
Some comic book store, wherever it came out of, is obviously doing it right. because they know their patrons. They knew somebody was gonna buy this. They ordered it knowing it was gonna leave the shelf.
1866.
And the crazy part of it is, man, just based on because My Hero Academia is one of my favorite anime. I watch it pretty. I ain't gonna say religiously, regularly, and I will have to say that, and not trying to get into the whole politics thing, but the writer of My Hero Academia probably wouldn't even condone this particular book.
Man.
But like I said, that's another story. Did I use the right word? Condone? Yeah, I did. Condone. Yeah, he wouldn't condone this book. But hey, like you said, every election cycle, especially presidents, because I've been victim. I bought with Hillary and Trump when they clashed the first time. They had a Civil War book that they bought, and then they had an Incredible Hulk 181 homage. I just bought it for homage. I didn't too much care for either persons involved, but it was novel. So it was just something that I just bought. But yeah, this right here, man. Yeah, they'll probably get some sucker to buy it. $9,900 for that. No, bro. Because I mean that I'm pretty sure that's a book that you could actually bought for cover price. That's probably still at certain stores that ordered it. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, I'm good.
There is a MAGA fan somewhere right now trying to figure out how to take out a second mortgage on his double wide to buy that.
Man, you crazy.
I don't care if you MAGA, SAGA, JAGA, or whatever. That book ain't worth no $9,900. It's not. Sucker born every minute, though.
Every minute.
Every minute.
Give me just a second here. I wanted to.
You good, man? Thank you, everybody in the chat for joining. The chat's been kind of quiet, but because we've been gone for a while, but we thank y'all for showing up. We appreciate your viewership. If you haven't liked the live stream, please like it. If you're joining and you have not actually subscribed, please subscribe. And hopefully, we'll get back on a regular schedule soon. But life is life. And I'm sure everybody realizes that. But we are here tonight. And again, we thank you for being here.
All right. Next up, it is the top 10. We've got the Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes special, number 1. This is selling for slab $70 for a 9.8, $16 for a raw. Spawn number 1. This is a NYCC big time collectibles BTC. $148, 9.8. $88 raw. Top weekly sale so far is $99. Oh, G-Man would eat this up right here. He would eat this up.
Oh, yeah.
Lilith number 1. Sean G. Gordon 2024 New York Comic Con variant. 300 limited to 300. $99, $93 raw sale. Yeah, this is the famous LeChat, the famous 1896 LeChat Noir with Black Cat number 1. That's what a Black Cat did, but that's the LeChat Noir is the actual old vintage poster. But G-Man, this is right down his alley. Absolute Batman number 1, Philip Tan variant, New York Comic Con from the Comic Mint.
Chris, have you read that story?
I have not. I just picked up my comics last week. The last 2 weeks, I just picked up my comics after being not picked them up for a couple of months, so I have not gotten onto the Absolute story. I've heard that it's already on its like third printed for Batman.
Third print.
For like for Absolute Batman #1, and I think Superman just dropped and Wonder Woman just dropped too. But Batman came out first, and it's already on like its third printing.
And Wonder Woman getting rave reviews too.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to read it.
KRS Comics, the comic mint. This is the throwback to the Tech 27. $453 raw. For those that are interested. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Oh, it's limited to 85. Okay, all right. Now, see, when you talk about books that's limited, that's what you call it. One that actually makes 85 copies available. Yeah, I can kind of see that one being.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to $85, then yeah. Not that I would pay $450 for it, considering you can go get the Nabisco reprint of the original for probably, and you'd be perfectly fine. But if you want to spend it, hey, it is what it is. But I can 85. I can, 85, limited 85. Absolute Batman #2, Dragata 2024 New York Comic Con variant. $5, $33 raw. Yeah, this is mostly this is going to be because New York Comic Con. They say fuck going to the. Well, I mean, you know what? I can't say that because they're going for comic books. So if you're going to be parents, then yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I can't say they just say they are with the comics, but they are actually, the flippers are in mass order. We know that when this one come along.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Batman, Ashcan flip book #1, Sherman Sandoval, $45 raw, top sale $50. Daredevil #14, David Mack variant, $75 raw, $90 top weekly sale. I like that's a pretty cool cover.
Now that's a nice cover.
Yeah, I like that. Daredevil #14, John Tyler Christopher, 2024 New York Comic Con radar variant, 73 raw, 83 top week. $80 top weekly sale.
I could see that one.
Classic Storm. It's almost like a Classic Storm spin-off.
Because they just announced the Marvel Magic the Gathering crossover.
You know what? This coincides with the cards coming out. I think this past week or whatever, or it's supposed to be coming out soon. The Magic the Gathering edition.
Okay, hold on. So Marvel's teamed up with Magic to do Marvel Magic Gathering cards?
They're doing Magic cards. It's just a special Marvel run, and so
they're going to be themed. Magic always does themes for their decks for their new sets that come out, and this is a Marvel themed set of Magic cards that are coming out, and so they're going to do a whole bunch of, and then Spider-Man's actually getting a separate set all his own, on top of everybody else being in the main Marvel one. So you'll be able to build a Magic the Gathering deck around the Avengers or around the X-Men if you want to, or just collect them like a lot of people are going to do.
Yeah, so
that was my next question.
Get a box, man. I'll probably get a box.
I might get a box too. So the cards are actually going to have Marvel characters with different attributes and stuff like Magic. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I might have to jump on that right there for real.
It just did a Ghostbuster not too long ago.
A couple of days ago. They just dropped the sneak peek for the Final Fantasy ones that's coming out too.
Yeah.
Hey man, they might well go ahead and do Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat next.
Shoot. Call it a wrap.
Hey man, you'll get that. You'll get Dragon Ball Z after a while. Guarantee
At least Dragon Ball will finally have a decent card game.
Yeah.
Rock the Dragon.
Raw $133, $140 top weekly sale. That actually might hang around for a little bit here.
It's probably gonna.
Fantastic 413 land variant 2024 New York Comic Con next big thing panel. $70 top weekly sale, $46 raw. And then we're now top 10. We've got Peach Momoko, Look at this. When it all depends. She is so hit or miss now, man. But anyway,
Man.
$70 top weekly sale, $58. Most common raw. Shannon, if you're watching, I'm gonna let you have this, brother. Number 9, the exorcism at 1600 pen, number 1. Hans variant, retail incentive. 1 in 10, $15, $13 raw. The lot number 1, $17 raw. Top weekly sale for CGC 9.8. Whatnot Marvel Trading Pack 2024 New York Comic Con sealed box of 9 comics.
Man, I'm so tired of seeing Whatnot on YouTube.
That's why I started laughing when I said Whatnot. About the Whatnot.
I'm like, I've never gone to Whatnot and don't plan on going. I don't need.
Hey, Al, listen to this here. While many debate if this is truly a New York Comic Con exclusive, since it's not offered on the convention floor, its presence was clearly felt as they have been on file on the aftermarket. So primarily during the convention on Whatnot, fan excitement outgrew what was available. Sales began to overflow into online aftermarket as collectors might have missed the chance to secure one. Sales have ballooned and will likely continue to do so as sealed copies dwindle and fans get a better look on what's inside. We tracked 15 copies sold at a 7-day growth of 100% with a high sale of $500 for a near mint copy and a current near mint raw price of $485. My question is, what the hell is that important in the box? That's what I'm saying. That basically, you get the glorified grab bag.
Basically,
this is a glorified grab bag.
That's all that is.
This is. You remember y'all watch Flintstones, right? You watch Flintstones, did you, Chris? You watch Flintstones? Yeah. Y'all remember the episode where Fred Flintstone basically got a job as a janitor working at an apartment complex, and he would run around telling everybody he was the resident stationary. That's no different than this right here. And they said, well, he said, I'm the resident stationary. They said, well, oh, you the janitor. Yeah, this is basically the same thing. Oh, well, hey, man, I got me a Whatnot sealed comic, sealed box of 9 comics. Oh, well, you got a grab bag. Right. How much you pay for it? $485.
You must be at your damn mouth.
Yeah, right. You know what though, Matt? All this amount to this right here.
Emotional damage.
That's exactly what it is.
Hands down.
Ain't no way, bro. No way.
Yeah.
How do you justify that to yourself? Like, how do you justify spending $500 for a glorified grab bag and go home happy like you did something?
Yeah, a grab bag.
You have the available resources to just throw money away, man. That's what it's all about, bro. That's just like somebody buying that Superman we saw for $10,000. Somebody'll buy it if they had the available cash.
Can you imagine?
For me,
can you imagine getting home with that thing and there's 8 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 300 and Dark Hawk #1?
Me and Rico had this conversation all the time. I mean, if you spend $500 on it, I can think of so much I could spend $500 on it.
Bro,
that is so much more stuff at the con to spend.
Yeah, man. You could take $500 to Heroes Con, and I guarantee you'll come out way better.
My God,
way better.
We were talking about Heroes Con earlier, man. Yeah, you could take $500 to Heroes Con and come out winning, like for real, like winning, like. You are proud of what you bought instead of a glorified grab bag or trading pack card.
Yeah, man, that ain't cut the mustard there.
I go home and won't tell nobody.
It's been a while since I've seen something that stupid. The sensational She-Hulk #1 Adolfo, Mirka Adolfo, new champions variant. Raw, $31. Top weekly sale for a 9.8, $220. Next up, Akira Homage. I've seen 1,000 of these. Akira Homage, limited to 1,000. Absolute Batman #1 Fernandez 2024 New York Comic Con variant. Raw, 225. Top weekly sale of 230. The average price, the most average price, I guess this is usually what it starts. Usually the bottom price right now is $135. Nah.
I want that cover, but not for that price.
Wolverine Magic the Gathering edition, $147. Raw, $160. Top weekly sale. Larry,
I thought that was higher.
this is all you.
Hey man, let me tell y'all something. We've been in the comic game long enough, man, to know I ain't knocking nobody for what they do. But I be doggone, man, if I spend that kind of money. What's up, G man?
Sorry, guys, I was cooking.
Hey, man, Rob, what's going on, brother?
How
Man,
you doing?
Long as you weren't cooking, long as you weren't cooking chitlins, we good. But
I'd be dead.
but I mean, I mean, to each their own, man. But no, man, I can't see myself investing in this kind of stuff at this juncture in my comic book collecting life, because I mean, what kind of value is this gonna bring in the future? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. If you're doing it because you like to collect those, then I'm good. But if you're doing it just for an investment purpose and thinking you're gonna sit on this in 10 years from now, it's gonna be worth 20 grand, I don't see the allure in that, man. I honestly don't.
Yeah, like I said, I
guarantee. I'm gonna call it right now. I guarantee. I give.
What is this going for?
2 months after the set comes out. Way too much.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
2 months after the Magic set comes out, we're gonna see on eBay somebody selling the card to match the cover as a combo, and they're gonna be asking stupid amounts for it. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
You know what, Chris? I wonder what what got me wondering. I wonder what the major card gonna be. Kind of like the Black Lotus. I wonder what the card gonna be for the Marvel.
It's gonna be.
And if anybody doesn't know what Black Lotus card is, you should.
It's probably gonna be the Infinity Stones, because in the Lord of the Rings set, they made one actual ring card for the entire set, and that's what made it stupid valuable. And they're probably gonna do that with the Infinity Stones. If they're smart, maybe the Cosmic Cube. Like, they'll probably do something like that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Peach Momoko.
What the fuck is that? That is a hot mess.
That is a second graders drawing if I've ever seen one. Spawn 357. 2024 New York Comic Con. Spectral Comics. Signed by McFarlane, as if he hadn't signed enough shit over the last 2 years.
Man.
Raw $297. Top weekly sales 310. High sale of the most common price that's been sold in a 9.8 is averaging around $398.
So Peach Momoko drew it, but McFarlane signed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
More Spawn.
You know what everybody was waiting in line for?
Yeah, this is what people waiting in line for. Spawn 357, Vargas 2024, New York Comic Con. Thank you, retailer. Signed by McFarlane. This man has got he has got carpal tunnel on his ass.
Hey man, McFarlane got more signatures out there than Stan Lee does.
He was at con this year, at New York Comic Con this year. Like, I saw a video of him with like 2 gallon-sized Ziploc bags full of markers for him to sign with. One for the empties that he's already gone through, and the ones that he's still using.
Wow.
I told you he's got carpal tunnel out the ass from all this signing.
He decided to show up big time this year at New York City Comic Con and signed everything.
Has he said something about he's not going to be signing stuff in the next 5 years? Because the way people buying up this signature stuff, you would think he get ready to start signing. You know, some artists just say, after this year, I'm done. I'm not signing anything else. I'm out of it. So it makes me wonder if that's getting ready to happen.
Does anybody know his first works?
It'd be easier for him.
Does anybody know what his first works were?
McFarlane?
Yeah.
Was it Spider-Man?
It was Nintendo, right? Not J. Scott Campbell. No, I think it's J. Scott Campbell. I'm thinking about J. Scott Campbell. He did a video game. I can't remember what it is, man. What his first work was, right offhand. His first published work was Spawn. I think the first major published work was like Spawn and all that, but I can't remember, and I can't remember exactly offhand. Somebody in the chat said, because I know I'm rusty.
I thought it was like a Malibu Comics comic book. I could be wrong, but it was an independent comic book.
If I'm not mistaken.
I'm rusty, so we hadn't done this in so long. I hadn't even had to pull out.
I think this one, wasn't it?
Hold on, G. Let me blow you up there so I can see.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did that.
Yep.
That looks like his art, though.
I didn't know he did that either.
That's his first works.
Okay, didn't know that, bro.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
1988.
Okay,
Right, so
Oh, he's got this. This should mean something. Other stuff that's new, no. I don't
you got
get
to
it.
go look for that tonight.
Right,
Man,
the
I've seen
Dominator.
that in dollar bin boxes.
Probably. Yeah, and it's actually a good story, to believe it or not.
Wow, I learned something new tonight, man.
Yeah, the Dominators.
Mm-hmm.
Absolute Batman #1 regular, $26 raw.
This
Regular
is the
color.
one that everybody's losing their mind over. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, just regular. I'm regular price $26, and $100 for a 9/8.
And this just came out. This one just came out.
Yeah, this is fresh.
About 2-3 weeks ago, huh?
They can
something like
kiss
that.
my ass as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, listen to this. Fans are loving #1, which sold out at local comic stores nationwide, followed by a quick sellout of second print, and now headed for a third print. This is going to be a top print.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. What's so special about this book?
Well, I've actually heard by numerous people, like in person and online, that the story actually for #1 started off like incredible.
That's what I
People
heard
are-
too.
Yeah, people are applauding it because of the writing, and I was telling Chris and Matt earlier that the same has actually been said about the Absolute Wonder Woman. So,
Right.
you know, DC might have a hit on their hands with this Absolute Universe. So,
Well, that's good. It's good. They need it. Keep going, guys. Sorry.
All right.
Something different.
Shout out to the brothers over at CBSI and House of Stein. This is I saw this, man. I was like, this is one of them G-Man covers here.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I got two
Very
of
nice.
them.
Yeah. See
I
that?
have two of them.
Yeah.
I have two of them.
I knew G-Man a mile away. I was like, this is G-Man all through and through right there.
Absolutely.
Yep. Let me see here. He said $431.
For what? That book?
It says, I'm going to read it. It said, yes, we had a different Mark Spears Kickstarter on last week, which I saw that. It said, Mark told us himself in an interview that some of these variants could only have 1 or 3 made to meet the original orders. No extra printed. But the Chrome Brazilla signed is #3, is limited to 10 copies.
Oh, okay, got
And
it.
sold at auction this week for $431.
Wow, I believe it. I believe it. It's a sexy cover, and it's actually, you guys, that line of books. The art is great on the inside, and the stories are decent, surprisingly. So I was shocked.
Ultimate Spider-Man red foil variant, 24 year Marvel, 24 whatnot special. Woo! Limited 24 copies sold for $1,600 raw.
Wow. Who that? What's up, buddy?
$1,600 raw, and who that was one of the buyers. I know this.
I just got who that blank Terminator covers just a little while ago.
All right, X, if you're watching, put a smile on your face. This is Batman #608, second print. CBCS, sold for $375 this week. Raw sales are $150. If they drop it, they only selling it at $150. I might go buy one of these. I've been looking for this. I might have to, that might bring me out of retirement for a little while here while I'm paying off this car. Absolute Wonder Woman. Absolute Wonder Woman. Number 1 in 100. $150. High sale of $200.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Amazing Spider-Man $265. Average sale this week $30. CGC 98 $185. See, this is what blows my mind. Like
That's what me too, especially on the grading part. That blows my mind too. I've seen that.
So like this book. This is why, Alvin. This is why I keep saying when you go back and you look at the you must be out your damn mind. And you look at the list, the chart we just saw. A book with a potent, actual book worth a damn, and you see it ain't worth nothing.
Right.
Sorry, but
Hey,
TGC is not getting my money right now. No way. No way.
At the end of the day, man,
Not until they
it's to
straighten out
each their own.
Yep, exactly.
Number 7, grommets. Number 5, $25. High sale of $50. 6, Alien Romulus.
Ooh.
Y'all just wait. I got something good coming after this list. I got some fun we'll enjoy.
Ooh.
Alien Romulus, number 1 in 25, $25, high of 60. Marvel Premiere, Legion of Monsters. You know, this is a book. When I go to shows, this book is all over the place. Well, you'll see like right here, it says it's selling for $215, but you'll go to the show and they have it jacked to the book. But anyway,
you mentioned your question because you know that text is very small and I'm struggling to read it. So why is this on the list? This Marvel Premiere.
That's what I'm trying to see too.
it says.
Sorry, man.
Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all. No. It says that there was rumors of Midnight Suns being wrapped up, and yes, the usual suspects were Ghost Rider 28 and 31, which we all know that the classic.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically just kind of swirling rumors.
Yeah.
Who that actually pointed that out on G-Man show earlier.
Yeah.
Shout out to Who that.
I have the entire run probably multiple times.
Look at this right here. Batman, the Long Halloween, number 6. Last time y'all seen a Long Halloween on the list. Batman, the Long Halloween, number 6. Price went from $15 to $50 with the high sale of $130.
Wow.
Hey, you know what, man? I went to Fanboys today, and Monique said that the one that they did for Halloween, it sold out. Said it's currently on its 3rd printing.
Wow.
We just saw Batman on, not Batman. Excuse me, Sensational She-Hulk on the other list. Absolute Wonder Woman, number 1 in 25 variant. This is the. I'm not even pronounce that name because I can't pronounce it. But 125, 1 in 25 is selling for average of 35 to a high of 50, and then we've got another Absolute Wonder Woman. This one is going for $10 to $15, and that is it. All right, let me drag this over here right quick, and we're gonna have a little fun. So this yesterday was the big Pharaoh sale on Heritage.
Yep.
And if y'all bad with me, hold on, let me slide it here. I got to actually better. Yeah, put the sign in right quick and go back to that. Yep, here we go. These are some of the prices of what sold yesterday. I saw me and Rico saw it. We was watching this together. Remo, what's up, old man? What's up, brother? What's up, brother?
Oh,
man.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
What? Building.
Awesome.
Got the great cut, man, and lost some weight. Look at it. Looking good over there.
Wow.
Let me do
Pull
this
him up.
right here, right
I don't
here,
know,
right
I don't
here,
know
right
about
here.
losing no weight, but yeah.
I guess we cut the hair low, you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Haircut do wonders, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
I'm gonna blow this up. It is, y'all.
Great
I see
Remo
my
is-
brother Aloysius Rainey online, so I was like, I gotta jump on, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
yeah.
it's always good to see you, Remo, for real,
You know
for
what I'm
real, bro. I'm
saying?
glad you joined us, man.
I see my boy
What's
Big
up?
Al and my boy Chris was in the house, you know what I'm saying? I seen Matt, I was like, oh, I gotta jump on. And then G-Man beat me to it. I was like, oh, G-Man's on. I'm
Right.
jumping on.
gotta get on.
It's nice to see you.
What's going
All
on?
right.
How's everybody been? Family's all good?
All is well, man. All is well,
All
man.
is
All
well.
is well.
I'm good, bro. Thank you
Let's
for
talk
asking.
some comics, man. I ain't talked to comics in a minute. I only talked to a few people about comics, so I'm ready to talk about some comics.
Well, we're gonna
All
talk
right.
about this right here. Yesterday was the big Pharaoh sale over at Heritage Auctions. Me and Rico, we tend to get these. We tend to watch these together when they have them. Sometimes if they have a really big one, you can actually watch the actual auction, like the person actually doing the bidding and what have
Real time,
yeah, real time. Yeah, so that's actually fun. So I watched probably about 20-25 minutes of it yesterday. And these are some of the sales that went down yesterday in that auction. Action Comics Trim #1 sold for $324,000. Yeah, I watched that. I actually watched that one. That's one I actually watched.
Wow.
You've got the Flash Comics #1 sold for $174,000. We've got the New Adventure Comics. Just look at that, man. Look at these covers, man. These old classic covers. $168,000.
9.6. Jeez.
9.6, bro. See, this is when you talk about the real deal. This is it right here. This is the real deal. Mile High Pedigree too. 168 grand.
Man, Heritage,
Double
man,
Action Comics.
Look at that.
the stuff that's on eBay seems like a flea market.
Well, I mean, bro, this is I love this kind of stuff. Love like New Yorkers, man. I love it because you see these books,
This
man.
is real.
I mean, I've been paying
comic
attention to a lot of stuff that's been going on in the last year or so, and I guess I'm jaded, a little jaded. I don't trust any of this shit anymore.
I'll actually say, I'll say this. I'll say this. With these, with some of these sales, I was watching. It was ironic, man, because I was watching. Tom Brady has a channel on his, he's still doing a YouTube channel, what have you. And he was actually at an auction bidding on something.
No, I get it. I understand it, but it's a different point. It's a different playing field.
I
You know
got
what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not in anybody in the panel's pocket, and I'm not saying that
I understand what
you
you're
can
saying.
afford it. I'm just saying, most people walking the street aren't buying these comics.
Hell
no. These are folk that we all know. These are the lawyers, the doctors, the art buyers.
Yeah, they got a lot. This is what they got to spend this so they don't have to lose it on taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand with the whole. I heard Al say previously that like, who wants to buy this Wolverine book thinking it's going to be worth something in 20 years? It's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. None of the books that are out now will be what we're looking at here on the screen ever again.
Yeah.
And once people understand that, then you'll understand that the comic book, if you want to say resale, is about someone getting the comic you want and what you're willing to spend to get it from.
Yep.
So these books that are modern, I'm not talking about the ones on the screen, but the ones that are hot at NYCC, excuse me, and things like that, are people like me who live in, outside of New York and didn't have access to that book, but I really want that Batman Akira. How much am I willing to spend for? You know what I mean? And that creates the market. You know what I mean? Then it's a bunch of people who are like me, buying those books and reselling them, and buying them, holding on to them, and then selling them when they need the money. Like, it's not like these books where it's like our grandparents or, our great-great-grandparents had these. But think about it now. I'm 48 years old. My dad was born in 1950, but rest his soul. These books came out before he was born. What are the odds you're going to find any of these books anywhere?
Yeah.
Outside of the original owners. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to stumble on. You're finding these at estate sales, things like that. And if you find that and you can act, most people who have these books know what they're worth. You're not going to get it for nothing.
Especially that pedigree.
You still have to be in a position to achieve these books that we say. I think it's more so, like I just said, you want to see what are you willing to pay and what are you going to do with it after that. Like if you get a book from NYCC, like I pre-ordered that Lilith book accidentally last week because they were like, hey, you can pre-order it, but I didn't read the fine print that it was for pickup at NYCC, right? So I contacted them back and I'm like, hey, cancel my order. I didn't know it was, pick up at NYCC. Mind you, it was $15 for each one of those books, right? So they contacted me that Monday after NYCC and were like, hold on, you don't have to cancel, but we'll send you the books in 2 weeks. We just got to get our fulfillment correct and then we'll send you the books 2 weeks. Wow. And they were like, if you want them, just, let us know. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And they were like, I got an email from them yesterday and they were like, hey, so, and we'll send it out in 2 weeks. Just, we'll set up shipping because I didn't have shipping. There was no thing to pay for shipping. So they're like, we'll just charge you your shipping and we'll ship you the books. Let us know. Give us your address. You know what I mean? So, okay, so I paid $15 for that book on pre-order, just like if I would have stood in line over there, right? Now the book's going for $90 for the same scenario that I just said. Now I wasn't able to get that book if they didn't respond back. I still haven't got the books, but I'm just saying, if they send me those books, I'm only into it $30.
Yeah.
Why is it not okay for me to profit $60?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like. I understand overall, but it's like that's how it is now. It's like you get a book, it's hot. If you're not into it, sell it. And get that rush and be like, oh, cool. You don't have to get a book and be like, this book is going to be worth $50,000 in 2020. Come on. It's like, how is that going to happen? The most expensive book is probably like The Walking Dead in modern time, #1 or whatever, something like that. And it's like, if you don't care about that book, who cares if it's worth that much? You don't care because it ain't the book you want. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm just like, I'm not paying attention to none of this stuff. I don't even look at these auctions.
Well, here's one of the reasons why I like them is because you get to see a lot of books that you normally wouldn't just out. You rarely even see pop out. And so you get a chance to see some of these covers. Not necessarily you want to buy them, but you just get a chance to see these covers and like
$84,000. $84,000. Yeah. Money. I mean, I must be stingy because even if I had $84,000, I don't think about that. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking out loud. Like that. Even, and I love comic books, but I mean, but for that person, that $84,000 was a steal for them.
But you got to think about it, Remo. We come at collecting comic books from a completely different standpoint. The people that are buying comic books from Heritage are the people who may have been into these comic books, but then sacrificed collecting comic books to get to a position in life where they can spend $84,000 on a comic book.
Honestly, I agree with you, but it's more so of the investment. It's to park your money in a tangible thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is a benchmark. Okay, $84,000. I at least have $84,000. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I see. That's like, I get it, but it's like Matt said, Tom Brady was bidding on something. I'm not going to outbid Tom Brady.
Not even close.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a different playing field. It's like you used to watching Rush Hour. Remember, he was buying the art piece.
Yeah.
Or Money Talks when he was getting old boy to buy the car because it had the diamonds in the glove compartment. You're able to do that type of stuff. Then, I get it. But I'm not even in that ballpark. It's like, that's like I'm looking at houses that are in like Malibu or something. It's like, oh, that's nice. I ain't finna buy one though.
Right.
Let me go back here.
34.8.
34.8. I mean, that's that color. That's crazy. 7.5.
We would all have to go in on that for me to be okay with it.
Right.
Like, comic ball crew, we gonna invest in this book.
We're gonna set up a schedule for who gets to keep it at their house for so long, and we're gonna rotate it around.
Hey,
We're gonna leverage a lot lot against this book.
That's gonna.
All right,
that's
I'm
gonna be
in.
y'all,
I'm in.
man.
I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's one.
Thing, Matt, go find it for us.
That's a Batman book.
No, it's Action Comics. It's early Action Comics, number 3.
Oh, that's a Superman book, or is it? Or is it a Superman?
Third appearance of Superman. Fourth appearance.
I love old style comic books because they knew that you knew who was in a comic book. Like, you couldn't pick up a comic, and probably in the last 20 years, you couldn't pick up an action comic book without Superman being on the cover.
Right.
But we've literally seen easily 4 or 5 without him even remotely on the cover. Yeah. But we know that that's a Superman comic book. You know what you're getting into. There was no need to have. Look at that. That is such action. Like, they really don't do covers like that anymore.
By the way, Remo, I'm going to ask you about that Lilith. I don't know what Lilith cover you're talking about.
Oh, snap. First appearance of Red Hood?
Yep. I mean, look at these covers, man. That is wild.
That's awesome. Look at that.
It was the one from NYCC. It was like the Black Cat homage, the cover that Black Cat had that noir.
Okay, I didn't see that one. I don't think I've seen it.
It's like a yellow cover, yellow and red cover.
Ironwood.
Wow, this Weird Worlds. That's a cool one.
Who is Ironwood?
I like that. What is that? A washed out cover?
No, that's the original art cover art.
Ooh, wow. I like that.
That's nice.
Heritage Remo. I mean, who that?
Actually, you should be on Who Dat.
Yeah, look at it right
That's
here.
what Who Dat be spending money at. I don't be bidding on them kind of books.
that is like that kind of stuff. Look at that.
Nice.
Batman covers.
Wow.
This book came out of a collection, like
it came out of the Pharaoh collection, and it kind of, just like what Remo said, some of this stuff, and I know this just because of the way I collect. Some of this stuff people won't even see until I die. Some of this stuff people won't even know about until they pop out.
See, Matt just told on this stuff. I wasn't gonna say nothing. Matt just basically told you a lot of these books I already got, and you ain't gonna see them until I'm about to see them
again, right?
And the family is auctioning them off.
Yeah, right.
Bingo,
like I told him to.
Yeah, bingo. I've already told Larry. I said, Larry, if y'all take my shit to the comic book store, I'm coming back from the grave.
The crazy thing is, man, a lot of these books, like I'm looking at stuff and I'm like, man, I'm not even into this book. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care about this book. I'm like, why not get rid of it? You know what I mean? It's not like it's just taking up space on my part. So there's those one books you want to hold on to or want to get. I get it, but like, I'm sure they're not thousands. They're probably more in the hundreds.
This the kind of stuff, the simplicity of Golden Age comic books, man.
Yeah,
unmatched.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
Stories and covers were so simple back then.
Look at this, G man.
Yeah, look at
8-0.
How much is it?
16,000.
Wow.
Hey man, don't let me run up on something like this in a storage unit, bro. I'm.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna find this on the
my
absolute fluke. Like,
there's special instructions for my kiddos if I go.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, this is the only reason I would get into buying storage units, because I'd be hunting for stuff like that. You can keep all the other antiques and whatever. I'm looking for somebody's old comic book collection.
You know what's crazy? Most of these covers are covers that I've never seen because they're so obscure. You don't see them. You don't see them.
And that's the thing. It's like there's got to be more of them, but none of them are that good.
Pedigrees. I can't believe the pedigrees. Go up one.
6 O's. What is the purple again? Does that mean like the cover?
It's restored, but
it's been restored.
Restored is not too bad on Golden Age because that's what people used to do to keep books anyway.
So it's like tape or
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you get the restored on Silver Age, and that's kind of when folks kind of look, you know, if you look a little sideways, but Golden Age is not too bad.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, like New Adventure Comics, I've never even seen New Adventure Comics.
Cool. Cool.
And you got Detective. And that was one I saw recently, man. That might have been in the Key Collector app. The first appearance of the Smurfs.
Really?
Sold for $39,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What? That was a French book, wasn't it?
Well, the Belgian copy, which I saw it a long time ago and didn't pick it up. I got the French.
Oh.
Damn, man. I was like, damn, I should have got the Belgian when I saw it. Yeah. Look at that.
Hey man, it ain't a true Smurf book if Gargamel ain't in it. I'm just saying. So
But yeah, this is wild, man. He had
Gargamel was my dude.
a lot of DC comics in this, man.
Wow, that's cool though. That's nice to see. It
Yeah.
is nice to see.
Yeah, a lot of he was
Oh, there's
definitely
a few pedigrees on that list too, which is nice.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah, this is the
Wow.
One Spectre.
How much did that go for?
10 grand.
Okay.
See, that's how you spend $10,000.
Yeah.
That's how you spend 10 grand.
Wow. The art pieces.
So I'm looking at like these books right here, right? And people are happy to have like a 7, a 5, a 4, a 2 in some instances. Like, are we overvaluing the 9.8? Like,
Well, see, Remo, with these books right here, 9 times out of 10, these books he bought these books off the stand and read them.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why is it? I get it. But I'm saying, why is it okay for then but not now?
Well, see, that's
We know better.
For me, the 9.8 is like icing on the cake. If I buy a book and it come back in 9.8, oh man, this is great. But I'm not actively going out saying, "Oh, I've got to buy a 9." I tell you what, man. Hey, brother, look in your box, man, and see if you got a Batman 13 9.8.
Right, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, there's no way. So if there's so many of them, I would think the ones that are messed up would be the ones you want because they aren't as pristine as the other ones. You know, it means somebody.
Go hop in. I didn't have to look down and say your finger up because I can't. I don't have the screen in front of me.
Good. Well, I mean, to add to what Remo said, I think in all honesty, 9.8s could be looked at as a detriment, man, because people be grading all kinds of books, man. They come back as 9.8s and stuff like who is really checking for, Fool Killer #1 and a 9.8. But because it come back in a 9.8, a lot of people put too much emphasis on the fact that it came back as a 9.8, but the book itself ain't really worth the quarter. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
I think
my opinion,
could be a detriment.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
No, my opinion in that though, if it's a 9.0, it's still a mint book. There's very little wrong with that book, and it's so bullcrap how they can go from. I can understand Golden Age. I can understand some of these super rare books that are so rare that you never see why they're so expensive. But when they go from like $500 and all of a sudden they jump $1,000 per grade,
yeah,
who sets that up?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense to me.
I've long said that the way I would have done it, I would have eliminated that fluff. You got that 9.0, 9.2, 9.4, 9.6. I would have took the 9.4, 9.6 out of there.
Yeah,
it's either a 9 or a 10.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly. It should be rounded off just like that. As far as I'm concerned, that's a mint book. A 9 is a mint book. It's a decent book.
Nobody has the tools.
Cards are graded. The 9, 10. Right. They don't really go in between. It's like either a 9 or it's a 10.
Yep. That's how it should be.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Now everybody's losing their minds now because they changed their 9.8s to 9.9s.
Yeah.
I'm just like, whatever.
It kind of devalues your book, kind of.
Who's making the money? CGC is making the money.
Yeah. And again, you'll go on eBay and you'll see a 9.9, like Dark Hawk #12. They're trying to sell for like $8,000 and stuff. It's like, bro, it ain't worth that much, man.
Nobody's checking for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass on that.
There you go.
I watch these too, Matt.
Yeah, I like
They're
that.
interesting. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like
That's
those
nice.
type of covers.
Nice.
Now that's more reasonable, you know. It's like, this is more attainable. You know, you park a couple of these
More in the
books
price
in,
range.
you know. Let me break up 20 grand right quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't want one book. You get 5 books. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go, Al. There you go.
Yeah, nice.
Fucking slapperjack.
What?
Wow.
Who that sell?
I heard that. And that's
Stuff you could
a
see
8-0.
Superman told you to do it, man. So you know you got to go. I'm just
Right,
saying.
Slapperjack.
Never seen
I
it.
like
Danger
it. That's
Trail?
nice.
What is that?
Is this all
Military
one
propaganda was heavy
collection?
back in the day.
Is this all one collection or
Yeah,
is
it's all one collection. Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. It came from
Wow,
one
the
collection.
pedigree,
And whoever had this, man, this is what did you say,
Yeah.
Max? Print money?
Yeah, it's print. Look at it right here. 9-0.
Wow.
cashed out, boy?
That's a appearance of somebody, ain't it? Ain't it
It's the second. That's the first appearance of Silver Age
Oh.
Penguin, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Penguin.
Yeah,
I
forgot.
know. Dang.
I actually got
that's
that. I
what
don't
I'm talking about, Remo. It was one of them earlier, it was a 9-8 Golden Age book.
Yeah, it's like, and it's only selling for $4,000. Like,
Danger Trail.
Yeah, this was amazing. I've never seen this many DC books in good shape.
yeah, it's that free bag and board.
I've never seen that cover. I've never seen Action Comics 50.
Me neither.
Wow.
Man, all these come out of one collection, bro. I mean, I wonder how much it costs to get them all graded.
Well, they had to. I'm sure all that's factoring into the book, like the price or whatever. They would
Sure,
have
I
to.
did it
I
over
hope they
time.
gave a discount, man, because that's a lot of books. If it
Yeah.
came from one collection,
They probably had to dedicate a whole team to just getting that one collection.
yeah.
And the percentage of the grading that they get, and then the percentage for the sale of what the book is worth. Man,
Yeah, it's in their best interest to grade them high.
Look at that G, man.
oh, look at that! That's nice.
Look at the grade.
I see it 9.4.
Yeah.
What did it go for? I can't see the price.
3,600.
Wow, very cool.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, look at this. 8.0.
Something.
5.
That seems kind of low, no?
That actually is low right there for 8.5, man. That's somebody got a good deal on that.
What the
Yeah.
price? I can't see the price.
$3,600.
Wow. Okay. Oof.
Yeah, 8.5. That is a good piece of business there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Somebody made up like a band.
came up right there.
I know
Yeah,
they
okay.
do. I know they do, and that's what makes me wonder too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a key issue.
Maybe they grade them for the same price as a modern book or something like that.
Could be.
When you grade these books, it's like double, triple the regular grading price.
Yes,
right?
it is because they get a percentage of the sale or whatever that is. The percentage. Is.
I think like 20% or something along that line.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn, that's a cut.
They're
Yeah.
raking. Yeah, they're raking the money.
And you're grading the books. Wow.
Yep.
They got a good little bit on the VIG there.
Yeah,
They make
Look,
yeah.
80%.
Wow.
Man, that's like those numbers in the mafia movies where fools was getting
Yeah.
whacked. 80%. Okay.
yeah,
We'll
they
be
making their money.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. That's freaking
That's
awesome.
nice.
What did the price go for?
1860.
Oof.
CGC just like, don't worry, we gonna get ours.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool.
Leading comics.
Yeah, man, this is cool collection, man.
Heritage is a great way to come across stuff you've never heard of or seen
Yeah.
before. Like,
Yeah, I might have to start looking more.
Yeah, man. Hey, me and Rico do it all the time. It's just, you go on Heritage, man. They have all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah,
over
they
there.
just comics, right? They got everything, right?
Yeah. I
Pretty
mean,
much.
like,
Everything. Yep.
like, they got political art and all this
I get
stuff.
their gold coins one all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, American art. You know, this is all stuff you got to, you know, of course you got to go on the hunt for all this stuff. But this stuff goes for thousands and hundreds of thousands.
Oh, yeah.
So when you buy this is already it's at a clearinghouse, or you just kind of they're waiting for payment, or
Yeah, waiting for payment on, you know, high end stuff. They're waiting for payment on.
Yeah.
because I gotta imagine the.
And I think it's a certain deposit too you have to put down.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be like a shipping type of
Yeah.
insurance type of.
Yeah. It is.
Kind of, you know, I got to make sure I receive it.
Exactly.
That you get half until I receive it.
There you go, G man.
Amazing. Go back up to amazing. Oh, wait. Oh, there's a couple I got there. Oh, what? Oh, right there. No, down one. I know that one. Up one. That. How much is that? How much that go for?
It's just going right now just to be it for $4. The
I thought these were for sale. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look at that one. Solo.
I got
That's
this one.
nice too.
I got that at Heroes Con.
Very nice.
Which
Go
one?
up one.
This one.
That one. That's an awesome cover. Go up one more with the skull, the great green. And I got that. What's the other one? That one. Yep. I have two of those too. That's a great cover. Look at the human. Look at the people on the skull.
Yeah.
There's people all on the skull.
That's straight up horror.
Yeah.
Horror.
Oh man, that's gonna be a piece of change right there.
Nice.
Yeah, Oriental
Oh,
Stories. Black Claw. Yeah.
Ooh, Planet Stories too.
Yeah, I have to keep an eye on this auction tomorrow.
Yeah, looks like it.
It's a shadow.
That's a nice one too. It's cool. Starting to see those pulps come in now.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, you're starting to see on a lot.
I love
It's expensive. Spices are expensive.
Oh yeah.
Spicy.
Spices.
You have to say the name of the comic book.
Spicy. Those are great. What do they say they're all going for there, Matt? Starting.
These are just random. This is $36 for that.
Wow.
Oh, here we go.
I got
right there.
There we go.
That's it, there, boy.
Yep.
That's the. I think that's the.
Weird Tales.
I
But
think Conan's in this.
Conan's in that one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Conan's in that.
Yeah.
What's that say it's going for? The first.
Right now it's $52, but this is.
Wow. Nice. That's nice.
Yeah, it says the Bookery guide, which by the way is pretty accurate, is $85 good, very good, $250. This will probably fall up on the good.
Yeah.
So I would say this is probably going to be anywhere. If I had to put a number on it, I'd say about $250.
I was just gonna say, I bet you it's 250.
Yeah, $250.
300 tops.
Yeah, 300 top, $250.
and that's right now your allergy, man. The redhead.
Yeah, I know. I have. I already have that book.
Yeah, I was like, you gotta have that, bro.
I have a lot of those.
You probably got parts. You probably got all your parts when they were nothing. So I mean,
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
I do.
really nothing.
What is that? That Weird Tales. Knock it off. That Weird Tales is nice. I love the Weird Tales stuff. I'm still collecting Weird Tales.
Here we go. That's a big one there. That's a massive book. That's the first cover appearance of Conan. For those who don't know,
That's Conan.
that's Conan, bro.
That's the cover. Of,
Isn't
yeah,
that?
first-
Isn't that
And,
really?
and that's the first appearance of Belette. Yeah, she's in that too. Yeah,
Huh.
that's a massive book. That's a big book. If you ever see that, grab it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'll be doing, grabbing it because it probably gonna
that's
be
it.
out of my price.
Right, think, isn't it? No.
Well,
Right.
this is one. Well, it's tricky because a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that's the first cover appearance. Yeah, they always go for the other one. There's another one that they go for.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, these are that's those Mary
Nice.
bunches
I
covers.
love some weird science.
Is
the
that
weird-
Conan or somebody else?
No, that's somebody else. That's a different one.
Earl.
Love the Weird Tales. The Weird Tales are awesome.
Brundrich. And at this time, actually, the lady who drew all these covers actually was the first female artist to be able, in America to draw, do cover art. Yeah. So a lot of her stuff is up there, especially if you got high grade of it. Yeah, like
Nice. So nice. I love seeing that now. Oh, very cool. Very nice. Look at that redhead. Oh, man.
yeah, this is an expensive book in high grade
That's
too.
H.P. Lovecraft, isn't it? Or no? Who is that? That was an H.P. Lovecraft book, I think.
Yeah, it is H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, yep, yeah.
He was named under a couple of different synonyms of like 5 names back then, and a lot of his stories are put in some of the other books as well.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of cool things on here. Here you go, Al. Like I said, you go through, man, and you can come through here. They got movie posters.
Wow. The Japanese version of Star Wars, is that what that was?
What about G-Man? What about
Go down one. Go down one. That one right there in the middle next to the red poster. Over one. Up one more. That one.
That's Blazing Saddle.
No, over one. Go over one. The other way. You went over it twice. It's the black one, like right there. What is that?
Oh, that's
Blind Man.
Blind Man. Yeah.
Okay. I was saying, man, what the heck? It's really hard to see on this side. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, these old posters, man.
I wonder how many of those Monty has.
But yeah, man. So yeah, y'all want some fun to do one night, man? Y'all can roll out the Heritage, man, and have a look, man, because they have a lot of cool stuff out there. So, all right, that is that for that. Put my screen back up here so I can see. All right, and we will get us all back. There we go. All right, we'll wait for Al to get back while he's doing this thing. Has anybody been watching The Penguin?
I have not started it.
G-Man, you muted.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Chris. It's the best shit on TV.
It's awesome.
Okay.
I am eagerly anticipating.
Awesome.
Hey,
What's the actor's name? What's the actor's name that's playing Penguin?
Oh, you talking Colin Farrell?
He is doing an awesome job. I feel like I'm watching. When you watch it, the character himself, I cannot think. I can't help it but think of the other gangster movie show.
You thought Sopranos?
Sopranos. For some reason, that clicks in my brain. Some reason.
Okay.
But he's awesome. He's just,
Chris, it's basically like Batman, the movie Batman. It's basically Batman without Batman.
Yep.
And it still carries the same tone as that movie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Matt Reeves said that it was going to be the bridge between the two movies.
Yeah, it's
Penguin's
really
going to.
Yes.
Because the Penguin takes place like a week after the end of the Batman, and when the Penguin ends, it'll lead into the Batman 2.
Yeah.
That's why I was. I just haven't had a chance. It's on the list, like everything else that I've been trying to catch
really
up on.
good, really good. Yeah, I look forward to it.
Remo, you watched the Penguin yet, man? I think
Remo.
He over there. He over there checking them prices.
He over there on Heritage. That's what that is.
He telling you not to buy the $100,000 book, but he got it. He just
over there.
What are these other ones? I'm sorry.
Man.
What was the question?
You watched the Penguin yet?
No, I haven't been watching it, man. I have no. I haven't watched not one episode.
It's well worth it. When you get a chance, you need
I'm
something to
to
watch.
check it out then.
Not yet. I want to.
I
You said a lot about it.
10 out of 10. I've seen Venom on my bootleg box. I watched it the other night.
I actually considered going and seeing it because me and my wife were like, "Oh, there's a Venom movie out." It kind of started advertising it last month.
Hey, take it from me.
Don't.
Matt, you're saying no. Who
No.
said it was good?
Okay.
I saw it.
It was pretty good.
The only thing that was good about it was towards the end of the movie. Other than that, it was hard watch.
I can already assume what you're saying.
Watch.
Bro,
and that's kind of what I figured was going to be.
Go back, Al. Go back up one. You just start watching that tonight.
You need to, who that? It's good.
And the thing about y'all have not watched it is y'all can binge it. Because once you watch the first episode, you don't want to watch the second.
You're gonna watch.
Then you're gonna watch the third. Then you're gonna watch the fourth. Then you're gonna watch.
Is it from the Penguins, like the main character? It's like from his perspective and everything.
You got him
and
the Falcons, the Maroni.
Okay.
It's like a mafia show.
It is. It really is.
Ooh.
And he's cold blooded. He is cold blooded.
Like the real. Like, yeah. You just never see you only see when he's at war with Batman. He's doing his own thing.
Blade.
A lot better than.
And the number 2, I didn't like that movie at all, man.
I will say this: Venom 3 is better than Venom 2. I'll say.
Now, who that said that?
I haven't even seen the second one.
Venom 2 had potential, man, but the script was terrible to me, man. It was just
this is Venom 2 right here. This is Venom 2.
I'm trying. I know I saw the first one. I saw. Obviously, I seen the first.
Honey,
one.
what's up?
I'm trying to remember if I saw 2. Did it tie into the first one at all, or was it just?
You said Venom 2,
right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that basically just the symbiote
carried
over the next. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I remember.
Everything's good after a couple drinks.
Right.
Are you watching Tulsa King too, man?
Man, yeah, that is the show.
What I told you, see, Al, Tulsa King good as hell.
I gotta start watching more TV, man.
I plan on into it, man. It's be so much, man. Like I was telling Larry earlier, man. I'm sorry, I'm a big fan of anime, and I've been watching One Piece. So yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I watched the first. I told you I watched the first episode of Penguin, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna probably try to binge watch it this weekend and get through the first season. So.
See, Tulsa King is great, man. I was pleasantly surprised.
Now, what network are these on? Are these on Max?
Tulsa King on.
So the Penguin is on HBO Max and Hulu.
Okay.
And then Tulsa King is on Paramount Plus, Paramount Plus.
Sure, I think I have Paramount.
I've seen a preview for that. No, it's interesting.
I have HBO Max.
But if you got Paramount, if you don't have Paramount Plus, you can sign up for free 7 days and you can watch it.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I have it. I know I have HBO Max.
Yeah, Tulsa King is really good because it's basically it's the same thing. It's a mafia show. It's another one. It's the same thing. It's a mafia show. It has very dark humor, and it's enthralling. It's really good.
It plays in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the best part about it is that it's a mafia show based in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
You see all these western gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy in it. I'm telling Al, your boy in it. Old Crossbones from Captain America. Yeah, the cat that played Crossbones. He's a villain in it.
Wow.
And there's another guy that was one of the Red Skull's armor from the first one. He's one of the main characters.
Really?
Yeah. Then of course the long
from Captain America, Red Skull.
One of the guys that was with him.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in there. You'll know when you see him. Yeah, they did a really good job casting people in this too. So yeah, it's really good. Really good, man. Really, really good. So
you have to check into that.
Yeah, both of those shows are my two go to, and then I just started on Shogun about 2 weeks.
Ooh. How is it?
That's the show I heard was.
Yeah, I'm just about
Shogun.
Shogun.
See, I've been wanting to watch. Been wanting to start that one. Haven't started it.
Yeah, it is not. You talking about great, man. Yeah, I actually binge that. I watched that,
How many episodes is it? It's not crazy.
and I'm on 8 now.
Is it good?
Yeah, yeah.
All hour, right? Each one's an hour.
Yeah, about an hour.
That's on Hulu, right?
Yeah,
Okay. I've heard a lot of good things about it.
I gotta watch that.
yeah. 10 out of 10.
See, I worked at a restaurant, so I watched The Bear. The Bear was the show for me on Hulu before. That's why I didn't get into Shogun, because I was watching The Bear. Like, if you've worked in the restaurant industry, The Bear is that show for you.
Oof.
Like, it totally nails everything from working in restaurants.
Oh, I bet.
The struggle and the headache.
Yep.
All right, brothers.
The struggle, the headache, and the love.
All right, it is time. It is time. All right, Al, take it away, brother.
First off, let me say the internet is so bad over here. I didn't see none of the main event intro. AT&T is I can't say that word. AT&T sucks. I'm just gonna put it out there. They suck mule ass. They suck the inside the mules behind. I can't stand AT&T. AT&T is terrible internet service. You might as well have America Online as opposed to AT&T. I would welcome to hear that. Welcome, you have mail over AT&T, because AT&T is, I can't say the word, but AT&T is terrible. I can't stand AT&T. I hate AT&T. Like, I hate Beats. I don't like Beats, but I hate AT&T. But anyway, I'm not going to, suffer y'all with talking about AT&T, because I can spend another 30 minutes talking about how bad AT&T is. I'm not going to do that. Okay. So also I want to say that this particular presentation, I'm not going to get into any type of politics, even though some of the articles that I'm going to refer to mention politics. But I'm actually bringing up a few articles. There's 3 articles, and then we're going to have a discussion. Okay, so the topic of this particular live stream, the main event, is wokeness in pop culture. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to basically kind of put people in the mind frame of where the word woke actually originated and why that particular word was used. So the closest thing that I can find in regards to the particular the word, of course, this is what does woke mean. This is coming from the human rights careers. Of course, this is referring to the governor Ron DeSantis. Stay woke. Okay, so the original word, and this is, I'm gonna add to this because this doesn't really go into the whole framework of how or where the word woke came from or what it was used for. But basically, what I want to focus on, the word originally originated from a blues musician named Leadbelly in 1938. So what happened was, in 1938, the American blues singer Leadbelly released a song about Scottsboro boys who were 9 black teenagers accused of rape in Alabama. Despite evidence of their innocence, 8 of the 9 were found guilty by an all-white jury and sentenced to death. While they escaped execution, they were nearly lynched and ended up in prison for years. This is a history lesson, folks. So in an interview about the song, Leadbelly, which is a popular blues singer, said, "I advise everyone to be a little careful when they go down there to Alabama. Best stay woke, keep your eyes open. Woke was a term created by and for the black community. To be woke was to be smart and alert to racism. Now, one thing that this article actually excluded, woke was also used in the mid 2000s, and I'm pretty sure everybody on the panel can attest to this for the most part. Woke was actually used in terms of us understanding certain things about American history. As you all know, American history is American history, and there's a lot of facets of American history, but there are aspects of American history that aren't taught in school, particularly certain instances in regard to Black history. One of the things in particular was Black Wall Street, which was actually in Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. Black Wall Street was the actual city that was created by Black people, freed slaves, back in the excuse me, in the early 1900s, so around that time frame. The actual town was actually a flourishing town. It had businesses, had schools, churches, hospital, uh, the whole nine, grocery stores. And what happened was a particular group of people came through and said, "Hey, we can't have this anymore. We don't want y'all to flourish." So they actually, and this is actually, you can look this up. This is considered one of the first instances of domestic terrorism in America, because they actually use they use prop planes. Actually, you know how they fertilize and use the pesticides. They use those to drop bombs on that city, right?
Mm.
A lot of people died. Black folks died. White folks died. But at the end, there was a lot of violence and whatnot. So the word woke actually depicted Black people learning about history that wasn't actually taught in school. Greenwood is another, well, not Greenwood, but Rosewood is another down in Florida. Seneca Village was in Central Park, was actually a village that was inhabited by both Black people and white people.
Yep.
I think mainly Scottish and Irish. I'm not totally sure about that, but
Right.
the state of New York decided that they wanted to claim that part of Central Park for the city, so they ran everybody out. There was a race war in 1913 in Atlanta. People don't know anything about that. So the word woke was actually intended to allow for Black people to say, "Hey, we need to stay woke. We need to learn about this stuff that's not getting taught in schools." Now, basically, what it actually has evolved to, woke originally meant to be aware of justices, like I stated, and you're right. You're absolutely right, Remo. But do people still define the term in this way? According to a 2023 U.S. Today post, 50% of Americans believe woke means being informed about social injustices. 39% define the term as being overly politically correct, which is wrong.
Yep.
I mean, now, of course, they've hijacked it to where it means that, but that's not what it meant. And policing the words of others, the participants' political affiliation mattered. 50% of survey Republicans saw the term in a negative light. They viewed wokeness as a tool to suppress speech, which is not true. I don't know why that blew up like that. And policing the words of others. Now, going to another article, says here's what woke means in response to it. There was a considerable anxiety in supporters about political correctness, particularly in universities, blah, blah, blah. Typically, wokeness and woke ideology are terms of abuse used against a variety of practices that, despite their diversity, have a similar character. Again, this is not correct, because I just explained the definition, and if I'm wrong, Matt, Remo, and Chris can tell you otherwise. So I wanted to point that out because I'm going to another article, and this is where the topic actually gets interesting. So by me explaining what woke means and now explaining what woke actually what used to mean and what it currently means now, I want to pose a question to the panel in terms of woke pop culture. Now, woke pop culture in many instances is basically individuals that are not comfortable with certain things that happens in pop culture, whether it be the LGBTQ community, whether it be quote unquote DEI, diversity, and whatever the EI means, race popping characters, the whole 9 yards. Those things are typically considered to be woke. Now, I brought up this interview. Shout out to Afro Samurai, yes. But I brought this interview. The Hollywood Reporter, Nelson Peltz. I don't know who this guy is. I think he actually either works for Disney or he's a
My
shareholder.
brother downloaded Tony Braxton album, boy.
That's right. You mean the world to me? Yes, Tony Braxton is in his house. Nelson Peltz criticizes Disney woke film strategy with Black Panther and the Marvels. Now, I watched both of these movies, right? Now, one thing about woke pop culture is that a lot of people, I don't know if these people are incels or what, but for some reason they have an issue with women playing leading roles in movies. Now, let me just clarify this. If you are older than 40 years old, you should know that throughout history that women have had leading roles in movies. One of the biggest movies that came out a few years ago was a spinoff of Ocean's 11, where the entire cast of that movie, I don't know if it was Ocean's 8 or 9, but
It was
the
8.
entire cast of that movie,
It was
it was 8. It was all women.
Yeah.
Nobody better than I that.
And unfortunately,
Because that movie, it encompassed Sandra Bullock. I can't remember the other women in the movie. Sandra Bullock was like one of the main characters. And that movie was a spinoff of Ocean's. I think George Clooney made a cameo in the movie.
Yep.
But it was an all-female movie. Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie played a main character in that movie. And if I'm not mistaken, that movie, it had a sequel to it, and that did very well.
It was a franchise.
It was a franchise, right? Going back even further, Elizabeth Taylor, she played a leading role as Cleopatra.
Yeah.
In Her, I think that's the name of the movie.
I got one. Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead.
Alien.
Yeah,
right.
Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, exactly. You got Ripley. What's her name? I can't remember the actress' name. Sigourney Weaver. She played a main character.
Yep.
Terminator. What's her face?
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton. Yep.
There was
Carrie Fisher. She played a main character in a movie called Star Wars, if y'all don't know. So what I'm trying to understand with this whole woke culture thing, they talked about the Marvels, and one of the biggest arguments that I saw on the internet about the Marvels that it was an all-female cast. How is that woke? Just trying to answer the question. If anybody in the chat asks, go ahead.
When they hijacked it, I always assumed when they started using it in pop culture, it was more a dig at the people who did know what was up. You know what I mean? And the people who didn't know, it would seem like you were down talking them because they were quote unquote. You made woke a bad word. You know, when woke was more so a code word of sorts for us to stay woke. Like, hey man, stay vigilant.
Yep.
Know that the man is on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay woke. Like, pay attention.
Keep your eyes open. Head on a swivel.
Like, that's what it was. It was never about, you need to be accepting of X, Y, and Z. Now, it had nothing to do with that. Sorry to burst your bubble. It had nothing to do with that.
You know,
and this word got hijacked in the last, 5 years?
6 years to where it's no longer what it actually
You don't even
meant.
use the shit no more.
actually me.
Just identify it.
But even in current culture, the word still isn't used. Okay, I got an example.
See.
Okay, so I was on. I'll let you speak in a second, G-Man. I was on Instagram. I'm on and off Instagram. Like, social media makes me sick now, but that's a whole nother story. I was on Instagram. I follow this guy named Joey Swole. If you don't know who he is, he's a bodybuilder. I don't know where he's from. But he's a pretty cool guy. I like his attitude and his mentality about a lot of things. His claim to fame is that he actually watches videos of people in gyms, male, female, black, white. It don't matter. If that person is doing something egregious, like, most fitness influencers now, they try to, record videos in gyms and post them on the internet. But some of them, they get real nasty if somebody walks in front of the camera and impedes the vision. And they make comments and then they post it on the internet. Well, Joey does commentary on those people. Okay, so there was one video that he actually did where it was this girl, it was this white girl, and she was trying to do some exercises and somebody, of course, walked in front of her camera. she got upset. She posted it on the internet, and of course, at being him, that's his lane. He decided that he wanted to respond. Well, somebody in the comments indicated that that people enjoy Swole's camp. Some of his followers and supporters went to her IG page and started harassing her and bullying her, which, you know, it's not cool, but you can't control how other grown people act.
Yeah.
One person in the comment section, which I was actually led to respond to him, said, how, you know, your people are going over to her page and harassing her and bullying her in this society of wokeness. How is that right? And I responded to him as like, bro, what is woke about that? People been bullying folks since caveman days. I'm pretty sure some strong cavemen were pushing around skinny cavemen talking about Uncle Bunga, you don't know how to make a wheel, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
People have taken that word and that phrase and they use it for anything that they don't typically agree with and they don't like. And it's like, I'm tired of hearing that word because it's being used to death, it's bastardized, and at this particular point, especially in pop culture, how can you actually call anything in pop culture woke? Now, I'm going to say this and I'm going to turn it over to the rest of the panel. Now, there are certain things that I know some of us on the panel have talked about that we don't agree with. Yeah. One of the things that most of us don't agree with is the race swapping. As a black man, I feel as though I don't need a representation of somebody switching the color for one character from black to white or white to black or whatever the case is. And I know some of the people on the channel agree. What I do have problems with is the fact that this is actually being called woke when in history, if you look at the history of Hollywood, the race swapping has been done forever. Cleopatra.
Yep.
The Ten Commandments. There were issues where white actors portrayed Asian people.
Yep.
In a stereotypical way. Black people, blackface. So the argument when people start talking about, well, yeah, they don't need to do that. I typically agree, but I don't agree in the manner that they agree in because, of course, that word, that four-letter word, woke, comes into play. So my thing is that we look at a particular situation, we don't like a certain situation. Like I said, the Marvels, people were calling that woke because it was an all-female cast. There's nothing woke about that because we've seen that before in history. We've seen that before. You just didn't like that movie because of Brie Larson. Brie Larson kind of... I'm going to be honest with you. Brie Larson, she made comments years ago that a lot of folks didn't like.
Get back.
Exactly. She made some comments that a lot of people didn't like, and I kind of turned my eyebrow up like The Rock with some of the stuff she said. I'm like, okay, Brie Larson, you aren't the first woman to play a superhero in a movie. You're not the first woman that played a superhero on TV, but I'm going to let you have your time in the sun. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, I think the whole issue when it comes down to this woke and pop culture, a lot of times it's just because people just don't like what they see. And it's not necessarily a situation where, you know, somebody's being overly... Now, there are certain situations where that's been done. But when it comes down to stuff like the Marvel movies and various TV shows, I honestly don't see what these people are talking about. When it comes down to Black Panther, what did they expect them to do? A lot of people expected them to recast T'Challa. May rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. They didn't do that. They went with the next best thing, which was Shuri. We all know, as comic book readers and comic book collectors, Shuri is the sister of Black Panther. And in the comic book, she actually became Black Panther.
Black Panther.
So what is woke about that? So I'm going to be quiet for a while, and I'm going to let y'all actually give y'all's opinions on the idea of wokeness. Start with you.
I am so happy that you brought this subject up and actually brought up the definitions. There's a gentleman out there I hope is watching this show tonight. I'm not going to say his name, but he's a comic book collector, and he's out of California, and he does movies. And this discussion came up like 2 months ago on his stream, and he was just doing the stream by himself, and he was explaining wokeness, this whole subject. I'm so happy you put this up because in his definition, woke to him was white supremacy. He was taking it to a racial platform because of his sexual orientation. And I was like, wow, I have to say something to this guy. I think he's taking things out of text. And sure enough, he has. So I'm really happy you put this up, Al. So just have to say that, put that out there. I hope you're watching, learning something.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's
Thank you for this.
in the past actually used the word in context,
I've used it too incorrectly. I really have.
like to see it happen in society to whereas my daughter even sees it as a negative connotation. Like, I'm not attached to the word. Let's just say that.
No.
I don't care. I don't care
Right.
with the word. But it's just funny how something can get grasped and taken so quickly and switched into a whole other narrative painted by someone who's not from the culture. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's no. I guess that kind of leads back to the initial question. I mean, it is pop culture, so it's no longer ours. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, like
Yeah, it does.
it becomes whatever,
It's been misrepresented.
or just whatever pop culture changes it to.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of, it's like, okay, it's like you let it go, and then that's what it morphed into. It's like, but okay. It's like I don't have enough invested into it. It was such a late term that people used it. Like I said, it was something that was under. You see how it started.
Yeah.
It started by something that was in the secrets, in the shadows.
Yeah.
And I think maybe people said it too much in the out, in the ethos to where people, heard it a little too much, and they kind of.
Excellent, Al. Excellent subject.
Repackaged it as whatever they wanted to use it as, and it came off as a negative. So.
I hope that guy's watching. I really do.
You can send this to him so he can get it.
Because it's perfect.
Share the video to him and be like,
he was getting information off of. He was actually explaining what the word woke is meant, and had nothing to do with what you showed, Al. Nothing to do with it. And I was like blown away by it. I'm like, man, where is this guy getting his information from? And it was from, what is that other one that everybody gets their Wikipedia?
Oh, yeah.
If you notice how Wikipedia is used, everybody goes to that for facts, and it's not, because if you look at the bottom, it gets updated all the time from certain people in different language.
Yeah,
different
but it's not updated by the person.
Thank you. Yes, and it's
like,
not.
I can go on there and make a Wikipedia about G-Man
Yes.
and say whatever I want to say about it, and people can come add on.
Yes.
G-Man can't do nothing about it because he doesn't have access to that profile. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I never go by anything on
Sorry.
on there on Wikipedia. I pay no attention to it.
It's ridiculous, and that's what this guy.
I think I brought up Wikipedia recently to teach my daughter something, and I was like, "No, we're not. No, we can't. I can't even use it. Can't even show you this."
All the time. It's all the time.
There's nothing in here that is true.
So I applaud you, Al. This was excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been wanting to talk about it for a long time because it's certain times like for example, over in TikTok, and I'm not on TikTok, but the word demure is actually being like bastardized over there. But it's gotten to a point to where I feel like a lot of people are just using that word as a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, and this is just my personal opinion, I have seen certain things in pop culture that could be questionable in terms of certain things, which I'll keep to myself for now till another show. But at the same time, you have to understand that we live in a society now where things are not like they were back in 1950, 1970, 1990. So you have to adapt to change, and a lot of people don't really want to adapt to change. Change is inevitable. I mean, the seasons change, the years change. I've gotten gray hair everywhere. I'm changing. You know, I'm going through chemotherapy. I'm changing. So you see certain things in life, in TV and movies and stuff, and it's like you have to understand that things may not be the way you want them to be, but everything that you actually label woke ain't woke. Based on your interpretation
Exactly.
of your definition. Because, like I said, going
It's
back
being
to the Marvel,
misrepresented. It's being
right?
misrepresented. Yep.
Going back to the Marvels movie, I mean, the worst thing in that movie was the musical sequence of the movie. I didn't think that was good. But the crazy part is, and I talked to Larry about this earlier, and I'm gonna let you speak in a sec, Chris. People would actually trash the Marvels based on what other people had said about the movie. But then when certain people, not everybody, but certain people, when you see certain, posts on social media,
Yeah.
when they actually saw the movie, oh, that movie wasn't that bad. But when it first came out, it was, whoa. There's a high mentality in society that pushes narratives, and there's different aspects. It's not just one group of people, but there's subsections of people in society that always they get behind something and they push a narrative, and a lot of times, like Remo said, they don't know what the heck they're talking about, but because other people are talking about it, they gonna run with it like road
They
running.
don't. Yep.
And that's the things that I really dislike about society now. I was telling Larry, I wish we could go back to the 90s. Nah, things weren't perfect back then, but I promise you, it was a lot better than it is now. With that note, Chris, you go ahead and tell me what you think, bro.
So, me and my wife talk about this actually a lot because we rewatch a lot of television. So I've got a bit about it. I want to say that the journey of the road woke is, to me, a literal representation of the phrase that the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Because it was originally designed for something good. It was intentional to help people. But it has gone so far now. And to me, I feel one of the reasons that it's gone the way that it has is because, and it's going to sound messed up, but I feel that the reason is that people don't have anything centralized to fight about right now. So they're finding stuff to be mad about. Our generation, the generations before us, we had tangible things in a lot of cases that you could put a hand on and be like, this is why I'm angry at the world. And this generation doesn't have that. They want representation. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. But literally everything that they're asking for is stuff that we were given. They want more female representation on television. Designing Women was a TV show about 4 women who pooled their money, who in the 80s, early 90s of Georgia started an interior design company and hired a black ex-con to be their handyman to help them deliver stuff. And the show was created by a woman.
Yeah.
It ran for like 8 seasons. All these things that they're asking for now, representation and to be heard and to have people up front, we've had those things.
Hey, Chris. Hey, panel. We had a show that was on NBC with old white women.
The Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
Golden Girls. Yep.
Thank you for being a friend.
Man,
you know, you're a friend and a yeah, y'all know, and it ran for a decade. So I'm telling you, man, that we have had, like you said, Chris, we have had shows. We've had
Cosby Show.
right.
Yeah,
We've had these shows. We had Golden Girls. We had Designing Women. We had
Had
Living
black,
Single.
we've had black leading men. We've had black
Black leading women.
Mama's House.
Mama's House. Mama's Family. You know, we had the things that they're asking for, and it's like then they want to be mad and feel like no one's listening to them. And it's not that no one's listening to you. It's that we already have it. You have streaming. Go find it. Go watch it. Sit in the corner. Drink your sippy cup. Shut the fuck up. Because ain't nobody got time for all this extra that you throwing out here.
What was the TV show with the girl and her best friend was he was homosexual?
Was it Will and Grace?
Will and Grace.
Yeah,
Will and Grace.
So
Right.
there's always been representation across the
The
board.
representation has been there. The things that they are using the term woke for have already been done. We've had it. But the issue is we live in a time where there has never been such an easy way to gain information. But at the same time, we have a society that does not want that information. They don't want to spend the time. Well, I take it back. They don't want to spend the time to look for it themselves. They want it to be spoon fed to them. They want somebody to go, hey, this is what you want. They don't want to have to go look for it. Perfect example. I was talking to my daughter, and I lost all hope for the future, but I was talking to my daughter, and she was telling me how her and her friends, when they're talking in text to each other, they don't use punctuations or periods or proper grammar. They don't capitalize the first letter of the first word, and because it makes them feel anxious. So they just don't use it. And I'm like, the thought of sending somebody just an infinitely long run-on sentence.
Everything Chris said, my daughter's in the back going.
Right. So they don't use it. And then when they can't think of something to say to themselves, to one another, they use a chat bot to finish the conversation because they don't know what to say. And they know when their friends are using the chat bot because the chat bot actually uses proper punctuation and grammar and everything. And it's just like, there's nothing wrong with these things. Like, when did that become the hill y'all want to die on?
It's like when I'm talking to my daughters and they text me and I'm like, what did you say? No idea. They're shocked at everything. And then they get confused when you tell them the truth. I just told you, you're not listening.
Right. And
But
so
to me, I feel like that. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I thought you were.
Yeah. And so it feels like woke has become just like such a generalized term that it has lost the meaning, not only of what it was supposed to originally mean, but even the meaning that they tried to give it. It feels like it has lost that as well because they can't back up the statement that they have of what they want woke to mean. So it's because if you ask, what does woke mean to you? Oh, well, woke means, and then they can't communicate it. They can't tell you, they can't process that thought pattern to tell you, this is what it means to me. They give you that generalized, well, Wikipedia or the internet or some Twitter feed somewhere told me this is what woke means. And it's like, I didn't ask you that. I asked you what woke means to you. But the individual, as much as they all want to be seen and they all want to be individuals, they have no understanding of what it means to actually be an individual because they all want to be together and recognized.
Yeah.
So they have no idea what they're looking for. They are literally just, they're like the Jews in the desert without Moses. They just wandering around with nobody to lead them nowhere because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're just grabbing stuff that they think sounds like what they want it to mean or comes close to fitting to what they're trying to describe to get noticed, but they can't find the correct words. And because they can't find the correct words, they can't describe it to us well enough for anybody to take them serious. And so what gets lost in that jumble, because if you can't, what was it, the Lincoln saying, better to be thought a fool in silence than to speak and be proven one.
Yeah.
And this generation don't know how not to talk.
and you pointed that out very poignantly, man. And it goes back to what I was saying about the hive mind, man. Because a lot of times, and I've actually had, and that's one of the main reasons too why I got off the internet, because you can't have discourse nowadays without people blowing up and stuff. People used to always. I've been involved in conversations where we might not have agreed on what we were talking about, but we were amicable and respectful towards each other.
Right.
That's another thing that's pretty much out the window when it comes to social media. But the hive mind mentality. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. That thing of on the internet now, it's like if you say you don't like mangoes, people go, "Oh, so you hate oranges?" No, man, I just don't like mangoes.
Right.
I didn't say nothing about oranges, but that's exactly where it goes. It's immediately, if you're not on my side, you're an enemy. A lot of them, in geek terms, this generation, a lot of them are sifs because they deal in absolutes. You either are on my side or you're my enemy.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yep.
And the example you gave about the mangoes, if they don't answer the way you said, they'll be like, "Oh, so why you don't like mangoes?" Like, bro, I just don't like mangoes. I get high
I just
when
don't
I
like
have,
mango.
right.
Right,
I don't like it, But
What
yeah,
if my
man.
niece is allergic to mangoes? Like,
Right.
You
I'm
can't
allergic to
not-
macadamia nuts, and I'll tell anybody in a minute. Look, I hate macadamia nuts. Like, oh, so you're a nut in what is it, elitist or something? And what's up, Sean? Why you ain't online, bro?
Yeah, Sean, what's up?
I'm gonna have to Stone Cold Stone you next time I see you. But but yeah, man. I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, it's frustrating to see that, man. And like Remo said, you take a word that was used in good intentions, and then you take it and you subvert it to something that in reality doesn't really make sense.
No,
When you start using the word in the way that you use it. But I mean, that's a whole nother story for another day. So I'm gonna pass the mic over to Matt with the candles in the background, looking like Sade is somewhere in the house. Go ahead, Matt. Tell us what you feel.
I'm gonna be real short and sweet. When you see people online talking about something that's woke, you just simply have to reply. If you don't want to fucking see the movie, don't go see it. Is that because that's all it is right there. If you don't want to see the shit, don't go see it.
Yeah.
Because then everybody stated here, we're not going to reinvent the wheel, but it's everybody stated here throughout the annals of history in television. We have seen women leads, we've seen gay leads, we've seen black leads, we've seen white leads, we've seen Indian leads, we've seen
Asian leads.
You can just go right down the line, and every spectrum has been covered from A to Z.
Yep.
So for someone in 2024 to watch the trailer of a movie, and then soon before the trailer is even cooled off, to get in the comment section on YouTube and say, "Well, ain't nobody going to watch this woke shit." Nobody is not going to watch this woke shit, but somebody's gonna go watch it.
Okay. That's okay. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, you don't have to watch it.
You don't not make it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And then don't sit up and say, "Oh, well, this is woke," when that is not woke. When that is not the proper definition of what woke is.
it's
Woke
just
is
something you don't like.
Yeah, that's all it is. Now woke is just I pull it out my ass because I don't know the proper term to say that I don't like this movie because it's played by a bunch of all white women or all black women or all yellow women or all Indian. I don't. And instead of them just saying that, that they're hiding their prejudice, and then they're projecting on when it's all woke.
Yep.
Bro, if you don't want to see it because of that, that's fine. Goes back to what Al said earlier. When he was talking about when we look at X-Men. Now, if you go not gender swap, but if you're going to go Professor X, we're going to make Professor X. He's going to be instead of a wheelchair, we're going to put Stevie Wonder. He's going to be Professor X. Yeah, we've got a carbon copy. We got a major problem. So. But
you know what? I would live for that scene. To me, my X-Men.
That would be cool.
I would.
You just always got Cerebro on.
I mean, it's just
that would be awesome.
My thing is it irks me because I know the root of it is that they probably don't want to see the movie, or they have an issue with what's going on in their hand, bro. Look, for me, I didn't give a damn about the Marvels because the fact of the matter is, it is what it is. But I didn't have any problem with who the women in the movie. I just that was not something that I was interested in seeing.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just looked at it, I was like, okay, well, this probably ain't my cup of tea, so I'll pass on it, and then that's it. But I
don't not want the characters to live.
Exactly.
It wasn't my movie. Don't blame the success, good or bad, on anybody. It was a good movie.
Right.
It did what it was supposed to do. Now we can make another one. Not
Perfect
that
example.
movie in particular, but we'll make another movie.
Yeah. Perfect example of this. Currently, old guys like me hated the new Little Mermaid that was a black woman. What the hell was wrong with that movie? I had no issues with it. I watched it. Me and my wife watched it. We loved it. That was Ariel. Who cares? They made an issue out of that.
Yeah.
The same thing. They were doing the woke thing. I'm like, seriously? No. Didn't.
You
no,
mad a
didn't
fictional character is not the color you want her to be.
Yeah.
Animated
It's
character.
like,
But you know,
she did have red hair. So that
the
was
most
cool.
ironic thing about it is that you have what's going on, Arsenio.
Arsenio,
You have most people that will say that, but and I'm not trying to bring religion into the
all good.
conversation, but if you go back to roots of religion, it started in an area there were no white people.
Yep.
To be honest, this is documented history.
Yep.
And my, the people might call this sacrilege, but Jesus was not a white man. He wasn't. Just based on the geographical area he was supposed to be from, he was not a Caucasian male. But you see what's about Jesus. Nobody bats an eye. Nobody complains. Nobody says anything. It is what it is. But you have a problem with Idris Elba becoming Heimdall, even though after the fact people were like, well, it wasn't too bad. You know what I'm saying? Like people complaining about the villain.
I think
the Marvel.
it's a scapegoat.
They
It's
knew
a
that villain.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
Said what, Remo?
No, I said I just think it's a scapegoat. It's an easy way out. It's something
That's exactly what it
to
is.
pass out on whatever it is that you want to say. It's woke. Oh, that's the bad word. It's like, is it really woke though?
Yeah.
Are we really talking about that? Like, is that what
Is
it is? What's political? What conspiracy are you speaking of? You know what I mean? Like, is it? You're the one casting the doubt. No one else is saying that. You're saying it. So whenever somebody says woke, I look at the messenger and I'm like, oh, they're trying to hide something.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to cast doubt using certain words that you associate with discredit.
Buzzwords.
To discredit.
Well, you open up my eyeballs, Al, because I've misrepresented that word many times.
Yeah,
I admit it. I have. I'm not afraid to say it.
Definitely not used in that context, and it was never negative. It was always. It was like a hidden. It's like a secret word to a speakeasy.
It was a rallying cry.
You know what I mean? Yep. It was like a code word.
Yeah.
And it's actually pretty cool.
And it got found out, and now we don't want to use that code word no more.
I wish we could snap it out of existence, man. Like, because it's just gotten to a point now where, man, I don't like waffles from IHOP. But you woke or something, like, bro, like I just don't like waffles.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I just don't like it. Like,
I just don't like them. Like,
it's not a Waffle House.
Not being
All right, man. It's not a Waffle House. You get Waffle House, you get a waffle, you get chicken.
Yeah. It's like going to Roscoe's. It's like, I like Roscoe's, but I don't necessarily like their waffles.
I'm gonna say one more thing, and I'm gonna be quiet so that you can do whatever you want. Y'all want to talk. In comic books, the Ultimate Universe, they made one of my favorite characters homosexual. That character happened to be Colossus.
Yeah.
I'm a long time fan of Colossus. I didn't like that. Not that I have anything against homosexuals, because I don't. No. But I didn't like the fact that they went and made a character that I know from years, And of course, the Ultimate Universe is a different universe. I just didn't like that because I'm like, Kitty Pryde, you can say he's a PDF. I don't know. But I just grew up with Colossus, this particular character in my mind. So what I decided to do, I didn't buy it because I just didn't like that. I didn't go out in the world and say, I hate the Ultimate Colossus and all this. I just didn't partake in it, And I think most people can't grasp that in their head. If it's something that you don't like y'all, like you said, Remo and Matt said, don't watch it, don't indulge in it, don't read it.
Right.
But everything that you come across that to be woke is not woke. That's just you with some insecurity that you have, or you might not be able to express yourself in a way that you can convey your thought properly. So you just use that word woke to encompass everything that you feel. And at this point, I'm really tired of the word. I wish it would just go somewhere and die.
Yeah. Agreed.
Right there with you, man.
That'd be scary. I was going to say, that'd be scary, though, Al, to think about Colossus being gay. Man.
And I think in the Ultimate Universe,
Oh, man. I'd be scared.
I want to say him and Wolverine was actually like they had a tryst in Ultimate Universe.
I think
again,
so.
Gave us Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, and they were in an incestuous relationship. So you know.
Yep.
I batted it out about that either. It wasn't woke back then.
Come on, Sue. Does anybody want to have any pancakes and play basketball?
Play basketball. I would imagine Colossus is a power top. Like just calling it. Like I imagine Colossus is not much of a sub.
Chris, I couldn't wrap my head around it, man. Like that, I don't even want to read this. I'm just,
that's
the thing too, though. That's where they confuse that word woke. Now, because of that, I remember reading that, and I actually read that book. I think I might have it. With Colossus being homosexual.
I don't want to read it.
But they need. Here's the thing, though. Here's another thing where people get it taken out of context too. When they say woke, they're saying they don't like how they change a gender identity of a person who was straight their whole life, or vice versa. And some people use that same word the same way to identify that that's what that is. And that's incorrect. As you said, it's incorrectly done and said wrong. You just didn't like it. The same thing with me. There's certain things I don't like because it's like they change a man into a woman now. Now she's a woman. Now it's a woman character. It's hard to wrap your head around it when you read him for years as being a man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I get it. I get it.
That, that kind of, like I said, if it's organic, if it's something that you, alternate universes, whatever, but I don't think, I have issue with that, to a certain degree. But if it's like a character like the character that was in Darwin in the Marvels, like people didn't really care about that character in the first place. You just complaining because they switched the gender. Like, would Heimdall have been you if he was in the other race? I mean, Idris Elba is an excellent actor.
Right.
And he pulled off the role very well. To people for the most part, they accepted him as being Heimdall. Hogan, one of the Warriors 3 in the Thor mythos, he's been depicted as an Asian guy. But Thor is based on Norse mythology, so go figure. You know what I'm saying? So I think people like to pick and choose certain things and run with it. They know how to express themselves, so they just throw it on the table.
Perfect
with that word. I'm not gonna say. Go ahead.
Perfect examples. If none of you guys watched the Amazon Batman, the Dark Detective that came out, or the new Batman animated that came out, they made the Penguin female. Nobody complained about it in the cartoon because it worked in the context that they changed it to a female. Because in the 1940s, nobody would think a woman would be a crime boss. So that concept worked for the show. You know what I'm saying? And if they do something like that, then that I can get behind that, no problem, because that actually makes sense. They didn't just change the character from male to female just because. They actually changed the story to where it makes sense that if this was a female character in this time period, this would work. And that I can get behind. But all this, when they, like you said, G-Man, when they just decide, well, this character is now going to be a woman. This character has been a man for like 50 years.
Yeah. That's kind of hard. Then I just don't watch.
Yeah.
I just don't watch. I just, like Al, I get it. I get it. But I am so happy that you brought up the exact definition of what it means. I'm so happy. And I hope
I thought
the gentlemen, if you're out there and you're watching this, you're actually learning something.
I know we have a small following and everything, but man, I've been telling Matt for
I'm
a while. that I
simulcasting
really want
this
to
on
do.
my channel too, you guys.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
But I've been
hopefully,
wanting to do. Go ahead, G-Man.
no, I'm simulcasting on my channel your show tonight. So
Yeah.
I want more people to see this. It's excellent.
I'm just hoping people will be more open in that and be more, really open to just this person and the whole nine, man. Because I mean, so many people are so I can't think of the word, but they're so short sighted and they have blinders on like horses
Ignorant.
to where they can't see anything.
Ignorant.
Ignorant, exactly.
Yep.
I mean,
And
it's
unfortunately, I live in a town of a lot of ignorance, and all my people out here that live in my town, and if you're watching, I'm talking to you. I go, wake up. Just wake up. You guys, all my Wisconsinites out there that are watching in my town, watching this show right now, I know they are because I hear about it when I'm at work. Too bad. Grow up.
Grow up. I like that one. Grow up.
And I'm being nice.
Yeah.
I could be a lot worse.
Grow up.
Yeah.
We know, especially me. I know. All right, gentlemen. Awesome discussion there. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you are liking and subscribing.
Hit that like and subscribe, please.
Yep. Please. All right, here we go. All right. I have nothing.
Oh, really? You do not. Come
Wait,
on.
you
You
cannot-
got something. Matt, you got something.
I've got something. It's a new car that's parked right out that door that I'm paying for. I'm not buying.
Okay, there it is. You made it a dope part.
I got a 9.8 variant sitting right out there in that driveway.
When them heritage options, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Matt serious about that, boy. Matt said he ain't buying no new comic book no time soon. So,
Ask Alan there. I ain't even looked at a comic book store. I said I'll go for Black Friday, and that'll be it. As far as I go is Black Friday. That's it, man. Nope, not me.
Boy, huh?
You got responsibilities.
Yeah, I got that. I gotta have this. Try to get this thing paid off before Heroes Con, man. I gotta go to Heroes Con, man. Tell you that thing, it's life changing.
I have lawyer fees killing me right now.
That'll do it. That'll do it too.
It's
G-Man,
ridiculous.
what you got, man? I know you got some good stuff over there.
I got this. I should say I didn't. The Queen did, and this is an awesome find. I was happy to show this on my show today, and Al I know is going to love this. He's seen it earlier, but check this out. See if I can put you in a little tease.
Oh yeah.
This box is huge, and it's got the actual Japanese poster in it, but it's Godzilla and Mothra. Look how big
man, I
that
love
is.
that with all my heart, man. That is so nice, man, for real.
I love it. It's heavy too, you guys. This is really nice. But yeah, the Queen found that. I'm like, oh my God, baby, you found a gem. So this was cool.
Seriously.
And I don't want to go through all that. Let's see. I went through a bunch of horror books and some other stuff earlier. I'm good. That's it. That was my one haul for the week.
All right,
Yeah, thank you.
Chris, you got anything?
Yeah, actually, I do. My birthday was Monday, and so last weekend we did a
Oh my
party.
goodness! Happy birthday!
Why didn't you tell us in the chat?
Mine was on Tuesday, Chris. Mine was on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh,
Happy
man, my
belated
birthday
birthday to you too.
So Chris is the one I got Chris confused with Sean because I was sitting here thinking, I was like, wait a minute, did we miss Sean? I remember Sean's birthday.
Yeah.
Sean's birthday came too.
So you the Scorpio then. Okay, all right.
No, I'm a Libra.
He's a Libra. He's a Libra.
Yeah.
Well, I won't forget that because it's the day after Lisa's birthday, so I never forget that. So
So
I
I did some hunting once again. From y'all know I'm always on the hunt for really great build sets, off-brand Lego sets, and I came across these.
What?
I found a Lego. I mean, it's off brand. It's an alien.
Dude, that is awesome.
Chris, you said off brand.
Yeah, because it's not done by Lego, but it's a Lego set. Like,
Still, that's cool. That is really cool.
Right.
and even better though is I found a Predator to go with him.
So
Nice.
Yeah,
Who makes it?
Shasta.
it's right. Like it's some company I found on Amazon that does
Shasta
that,
Piers Wiley.
like, and they actually did Alien
really
versus
cool.
Predator, and I was just like, well, I got to get both of them now. It
I
actually
like-
has a little piece in his mouth too for the other mouthpiece to come
Oh,
out.
I need to get that. I need to find that.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah,
That's pretty damn cool. You can find something like that, man. And
Yeah.
it's 20 times cheaper than if you know.
You kidding
Man.
me? Yeah.
if Lego put their
and
name.
then was able to find this without it breaking the bank.
Yeah.
Nice.
Found
Nice.
a Mona Lisa to put up on the wall.
I love it.
Got it for under the $100 that it normally goes for.
What's up, Wiley?
I love it.
We shall.
Hold on, bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Comic Hawk Crew.
I love it.
But that's it for me. That's all I got. Everything else is just kind of months back.
Remo.
Actually, I got I'm only going to show one book because it's kind of crazy because I talked to you about it a long time ago. And when I first got back into comics, I was watching one of Hialeah's show, and he had got the book. And ever since he got it, I was like, that book is dope. I need to get that one. I didn't know that was that book. And I talked to you about it in the past. And I've been looking for a good, nice copy of it. You know what I mean? And I passed on a bunch. And it's not an overly expensive book. It's just I wanted to get a good copy of it. And one day Brian McClay was on his show, and he was like, he had got a collection, and he was going over books he was going to sell. And he showed the book, and I was like, I DM'd him, and I'm like, how much do you want for it? And he was like, oh, you want that book? And I didn't tell him like it was one of the books I really
Yeah.
But he was like, oh, you want that book? And he was like, and I was like, yeah, how much you want for it? He was like, oh, I'll just send it to you. You can have it. And I was like, oh shit. He was like, yeah, just give me your address and I'll ship it out to you. I'm like, cool. And that book was.
Yeah, I want to know what the book is. You got me excited. I want to know what it is.
Drum roll, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
And a really, 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 really nice copy
Nice.
That's awesome.
for the free 99.
Love
He
it.
does that. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Brian.
So yeah, so got that, and then I always pick up the Sinister Daredevil covers, so I got that.
Oh yeah. Love it.
Just on the strap alone. I was like, let me get that.
Let me ask you this, Remo. Is that a second print? Because I thought I thought it was a blue background instead of a yellow one.
Oh, it's yellow.
No, it's yellow. Yeah,
It's yellow. Okay, I'm thinking about another.
this is a really nice copy too. This is like, yeah,
The question you need to be asking is, how the hell is he shooting?
right. I don't want no part. I don't want
What is he shooting? Who is he shooting at?
Wasn't that Miller's work? Was that Miller's work?
Frank Miller. Yeah, that's Frank Miller.
Yeah, that's a Frank
You know,
Miller.
that's Frank Miller, right?
Yeah.
I've been buying books, but I haven't been really getting. I mean, I got stuff that's like, I don't know if you guys are into the Moon is Following Us. I got the one I think it's a 1 in 15,
Ooh.
1 in 10, or something like that.
I didn't know anything about that.
Is it good?
The Pharaoh. I'm a big supporter of Trish Forstner, and
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
have been reading that. Yeah, that's actually really
this
good.
is the what's her name? Maria Wolf. I'm sorry. Thanks, man. Maria Wolf cover. Maria Wolf and Trish Forstner. And then this is Tony Fleeks and Trish Forstner.
I like
Nice.
Yeah.
it. Very nice.
Yeah, I always support them, all the time. Those are good people. Trish is the best, you know what I mean? So whatever she does, I'll support it wholeheartedly. So I like those covers, so that's why I picked up.
All right, cool.
Very cool.
Al?
I got a few books I picked up. They're modern books, but of course, you know, I love the X-Men. X-Force, X-Force 3. This is volume 7. X-Men number 6. X Factor number 3. And 2 non-X-Men books. Of course, you know, I'm a fan of that old school 70s goodness. They have a series from a Mad Cave Comics, and it's pretty good. The art is pretty good as well. But it's Gotcha Man number 4, which is Battle of the Planets over here in America. So they got an ongoing series now with Mad Cave Comics, and it's pretty good. There's also a Space Ghost series that I actually.
It is pretty good.
Is it Space? Is it Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
No,
Nah, it ain't Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Not with Moltar and all them on there, man. But it would be dope if they did Space Ghost Coast to Coast comic. But anyway, this is a side series to go along with Gotcha Man, Galactor, which he was. I can't remember his name in Battle of the Planets, but it wasn't Galactor, but he's the head of Spectrum. But yeah, this is 3 or 4. It's been pretty good too. But that's it for me, man.
Sweet. Also, man, excellent showings tonight, man. Always good to see the good stuff, man. Yeah, I'll just check it to make sure we hadn't missed anything in the chat. But gentlemen, I want to say thank you all for linking up.
Absolutely.
I'll begin with Rico probably sometime this week. We're gonna finalize this Black History show, so that'll probably be the next show, because in a couple of weeks it'll be damn the Thanksgiving. Ain't that something? Like 3 weeks away for Thanksgiving.
About 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
For everybody in the streets, as y'all are going through online, please, if you see anything on Instagram or your local LCS sales, please forward it to us. Do our annual Black Friday review of sales. When we come off of Black Friday, make sure you send those to us. Also, if you have not subscribed to us, once again, we implore you to go over, hit subscribe. It's free. Like, it's free. Share, it's free as well.
And comment.
And comment, yeah.
Would be nice. It would be really nice.
And comment like you got some damn sense.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, we had one guy that showed up one time. He got the band hammer pretty quick. He didn't like.
I got the same thing.
Yeah, you didn't see it, so we went ahead and dropped the hammer on him. But
I gotta start broadcasting the show from my channel too.
Yeah, man. Please do, man. Yeah,
please. More eyes.
Yep. And for Al, Chris, Remo, G-Man, you got something you want to say, Al?
Yes, I text you, but you didn't look like you see.
No, I got my phone on mute.
No worries. I just wanted to make an announcement, and I made it on G-Man's channel earlier. Just a couple of quick announcements. The first announcement is that I'm actually launching my YouTube channel on November the 1st. And I'm about to put the link down in the chat. It's not active yet, so if you go over there, it says no content, but I got content waiting to be seen. The channel is called Everything According to Al, and I've been working on this channel for about 2.5 years. Laziness is actually what actually caused me not to put it out, but because of my current situation, I figured I need to do some stuff and get it on off the ground. So if you can, please like and subscribe. Well, actually subscribe. You can't like none yet, but subscribe, and you're gonna see a lot of stuff, because I'm gonna be talking about comic books, movies, music, the whole 9 yards, and I'm gonna link the Comic Hall crew in there too. So yeah, go ahead and like that. And the second thing is, on that same day, I'll actually be starting a GoFundMe page. For those that don't know, I have stage 3 colon cancer. Everything is good for right now. I'm going through cancer treatment. That's why you see my eyes looking like I smoke dope, but I don't smoke.
No.
I'm not on any illicit drugs. All the drugs that I'm on are administered by an oncologist, but I'll be starting a GoFundMe because I'm trying to pay these bills, but the hospital won't let me be great. I'm just
No,
gonna put
medical
it like,
bills keep coming in.
yeah. So yeah, I'll be starting that too, and I'll be sharing that on my social media whenever I log back on. So if you get spare a couple of bucks dealing with cancer, by all means. If not, you can't do it. You just can't do it. But yeah, that's all I needed to say, man. That's all I need to say.
All right, man. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to my boy Al and share. So,
Please.
all right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you for coming out tonight, joining us. Good to be back. We'll be back soon. Like I said, we're going to try to get this Black History Show lined up. And everybody be safe. Go vote. And,
yes. Go vote.
Go, VOTE. Go vote. All right.
Vote.
All right. We are out. And I'm not going to tell you who, but just go vote.
Good night, everybody.